The start to this Red Sox season has been nothing short of astounding, and there to chronicle the action, as always, our man Billie Weiss, the manager of photography for the Sox, who took me through his top 5 shots of the first half.
Our first one we're starting off here is the fight that we had here between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Tyler Austin and Joe Kelly, a little scruffle on the field. This is kind of one of those moments that happens really fast, and you just hope that, you got something good. You just shoot and kind of pray that you got something good at the end of it, and turned out this was a good one.
Did you get the sense that it might happen? Because when you're watching that game, you kind of said, you might see a little something here.
Yeah, I felt like it could have gone either way in this case, but definitely was a little bit more on high alert than I normally would be, given the slide and everything that had happened before. So
nice job, well captured. Shot number 2 is what?
All right, so this is actually from New York City. So this was part of a series I did from a road trip to New York earlier on in the year against the Yankees. The team had an off day, and I was hoping to just kind of document what the team was doing on their off day. Off days are so rare. So I wanted to kind of catch up with as many guys as I can and kind of see what they're doing. And so this is Eduardo Nunez just hanging out in Times Square, one of many that we had, and it's just kind of cool to see the guys off the field, kind of the more human side of the guys.
Now, I would guess not everybody wants you hanging around, but there are guys who probably get excited about, all right, let's see what you can come up with. What's that dynamic like?
Yeah, well, with social media and everything, people like photos now, and the players like photos, so they like having me around a lot of the time, and this was kind of, I think, a different opportunity for them in a way to kind of present themselves in a way that people don't normally see, so I think they were open to this one.
If you think about some of the more memorable moments from here at Fenway Park the first half, I think this one was kind of cool. It was unpredictable, and what's interesting, I'm curious to get your perspective, because you spoke with Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
Great picture. Set the scene if people don't know where and when this happened, what it's all about.
Yeah, so all of a sudden a couple people started holding up their cell phones with the lights on them, like a concert.
'Cause you're a sky full of stars.
It was maybe 5 or 10 people, and then within the next couple of minutes, it was literally the entire stadium. And it was just completely unplanned and impromptu. And it happened all during play while Matt Barnes was pitching. And I actually sent him this photo, and I asked him, was that distracting? Was that hard to concentrate? And he said, yeah, it actually was difficult to concentrate, but also he loved it.
See you. In there for strike 3, shut him down.
He thought it was a great show by the fans.
Very cool thing. Yeah. So we've seen you do some work off of the field. We saw the shot of Eduardo Nunez. A couple shots here from the end. The most recent weeks. This is hilarious. This is across the street.
I mean, nothing more than just a funny moment. This is in the team store right across the street. I was over there shooting an appearance, and just happened to stumble upon these 2 nuns just doing some shopping, and just the picture speaks for itself.
And you like to also capture guys coming off the field, coming on the field, but you use different lenses, different filters. This one's beautiful. How did you capture that image? What did it take to capture that?
Yeah, this is a no-filter one, actually. This was a crazy sunset that we had. Like you said, I like to get the guys running on and off the field, but I actually jumped out of the pit and ran into center field for this one, really, to get this shot, because it was during the game. And just a kind of heroic shot of Mookie running out on the field, and beautiful sunset.
Symbolic of the season that he's had. I always get to pick one. Those are Billie's top 5 from the first half of the year. My top shot actually came on opening day. You could have quit right then. But this is great. This is Andrew Bogart's, and this is during one of his at-bats during what was a frigid opening day here at Fenway Park. This had to absolutely hurt, but his bat shatters. And the point why I like this is because I think in all photography there's skill and there's luck, and sometimes there's a combination of both. I mean, how did this come about?
This is what we call a happy accident. I mean, this is this is just luck. I mean, you're basically trained on the batter to shoot, hopefully him getting a hit, and that's what you do, and then all of a sudden he breaks his bat, and it just kind of happens without you planning it or knowing that it's going to happen, of course. And the cameras are 11 or 12 frames a second, so if you're on burst mode, you have a good chance of getting it. And usually when it's cold out is when you get these broken bat shots, so it was no surprise.
How do people follow you?
So you can follow the Red Sox, of course, at Red Sox, and you can follow me personally on Twitter and Instagram at BJWeiss22.
The manager of photography for the Boston Red Sox. Thanks, man. Great job.
Thank you, Tom.
We'll do it again at the end of the year. The best shots of the year. Billie Weiss.
That is our time for tonight. We appreciate you joining us for Boston 25 Sports in Depth. We will be back with episode 9 next month. If you have a story idea, please email it to us, sports@boston25.com. Doesn't matter what sport. If it's a good story, we will get to it. For Butch Stearns, our photographers, Walt McGraw, Jeff Robinson, our producers, Chad Amaral and Mike Pitts, I'm Tom Leyden. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night.